Welcome to part two. Part one, we discussed the diagram, and I promised in part two we're going to cover what that particular little eye-looking thing is up there, which I kind of gave a hint to just by calling it an eye. But we are going to need a history lesson first. Let's get the short version from Bill Wirtz.
Hey Christians, do you sin? Now you can buy your way out of hell. That's bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit. That's a scam. Fuck the church. Here's 95 reasons why, said Martin Luther in his new book, which might have accidentally started the Protestant Reformation.
Thank you, Bill Wirtz. So the Reformation is a bit of a misnomer because it ended up not reforming the church. The Roman Catholic Church. It ended up being a split instead, even though that was Luther's original intent. But within a few years of him nailing those 95 theses to the door, it became very apparent they had no intent of reforming and treated him very harshly. And so not only did Martin Luther point to them, but many of the early reformers pointed to the papacy as the Antichrist, particularly as the Bible spread around and with the printing press, and people could read for themselves and look at the prophecy and go, oh yes, they fit all the conditions for the Antichrist. So now 500 years later, do they still believe the same thing? Did they reform at all? Did the papacy reform? No. They still believe in indulgences. They still think you can buy your way out of purgatory. And so, yeah, there hasn't really been any change. So do the declarations of Luther that this organization is evil, is that being removed? So let's see what the plan is, because this April will be the 500th anniversary of Martin Luther's excommunication. So what is the plan for the Lutherans? They called on the Lutheran World Federation to abolish Luther's designation of the Pope as the Antichrist on the grounds that it no longer applies to the current papacy and those who hold office. Oh wait, do you still hold the same beliefs that Luther condemned you for back 500 years ago? Oh, you do? Oh, okay, well, suck it. So, in previous videos, I've mentioned how the Jesuit order was formed in order to counter the Reformation and their political interference throughout Europe, and how they set up daughter organizations throughout the rest of the world. So I'm not going to go so much into all that, but let's look at the beginning of the United States through the seal that was created. You have this on the back of the dollar bill. So you'll notice that this is in Latin. These are Roman numerals. So those Roman numerals, that means 1776. So the foundation of the nation. It's translated, it is God oversees, God approves our new order of the ages. Okay, so God oversees the new order of the ages. Which God? Well, they're referring to this one, obviously. Who is this God? Is this Yahweh? Is it or Jehovah? Or is this some other God? So you will see it in a number of different places. It's called the Eye of Providence, the Eye of Horus, the Eye of Set, the Eye of Ra, the Eye of Wadjet. You won't just see it here. And well, in fact, let's just go back here. So remember when I said that the point of this position here is ultimately to have this given the seat of authority. So right now, the person that holds that position is Biden. So I mentioned in the previous months before the election, it was unclear if Donald Trump was marching to the orders given here, or if he was a rogue agent. And so the fact that he lost and Biden's in probably means he wasn't willing to play ball. So let's go back over here. Do we see the same symbolism in Rome? Oh, yes, we do. So the god of the U.S. is the same as the god of Rome. And you'll notice when I look at, it's called generally the Eye of Wadjet. What is Wadjet? Ah, it's serpent. Okay. So this eye, this god, this serpent god, that as you go down this path, you become more and more enlightened, and as you reach further and further down, you realize this god here is really the one in control. Now, but of course, the big lie that being hidden back from all these poor fools along here is that this whole structure is going to be coming down. But what does this illuminated one, this wise serpent, what is he trying to offer? What choice does he want you to make? I mentioned in previous video is you need to make your own choice. You can't be forced into it. You need to come to your own conclusion. So what is ultimately the choice you need to make? So that I'm going to cover in the next video.